Hey guys, in this video we're going to compare TradingView with TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. We're going to talk about which one's more powerful, which one's simpler, which one you should be using for your platform. I actually have full crash courses on courses.TraderCreatorPro.com, so if you want to dive deeper into these platforms, be sure to sign up for that because it is free right now for a limited time. But by the end of this video, you should know what you need to do with TradingView or Thinkorswim. So let's get to it. So first, let's look at costs. Well, Thinkorswim is completely free, so no need to dig any deeper there. But with TradingView, it does come at a price. So these prices are accurate, but if you were doing a free 30-day trial and then at the end of the 30-day trial you go to cancel it, they usually give you a large percentage off of these costs. Right now, I have the premium and I paid $350, I think, for it. And I also have to pay $8 in data fees. So throughout this video, I'm going to be using the premium version and comparing it with the premium version. But because it does have fees, I give a point to Thinkorswim. Next, trading and paper trading. So when you place trades, they are actually pretty comparable. Thinkorswim has the active trader, whereas TradingView has the DOM. They are both very comparable. I personally like the chart trading a little better over here on TradingView than I do on Thinkorswim. But TradingView has 0 hotkeys, whereas Thinkorswim has some hotkeys that you can set up. But the major difference is with TradingView, they obviously are not a broker, but if you do connect somebody like Tradestation to them or just do paper trading, they don't have options. No matter what broker you put in, you can't trade options on TradingView, whereas with Thinkorswim, you clearly can. So for that reason, another point to Thinkorswim for trading. Next is the mobile app. Now, Thinkorswim's mobile app is very powerful, but the one thing that I want to point out is that it doesn't sync exactly like you have your Thinkorswim. So you can't put in all your indicators and charts and then send it over to the app. Whereas with TradingView, you can. So TradingView, if you display this window, it's going to look identical. Although you can't trade on the TradingView app, even if you have a broker connected with TradingView, I'm going to give this point to TradingView because we already gave the point to Thinkorswim on trading. Next is the web platforms. Clearly, TradingView is mostly a web platform, whereas TD Ameritrade's website is the next closest thing to Thinkorswim, and it is not very great. I mean, it does give you a lot of details, but the charting is pretty bad, especially compared to the awesome charting of TradingView. So the web version goes to TradingView. Desktop version, you probably didn't even know that TradingView has a desktop version. Right now it's in beta and it's no different from the web platform. It is only the charting on the desktop version. So it is nice, and that is what I'm using right now. And there's a link below so that you can download the beta version if you'd like. But clearly Thinkorswim does have a lot more features. So I'm going to give the desktop version to Thinkorswim, and I'm going to show you why by going over charting first. So charting, they both look awesome. These are my two favorite charting platforms of any platform I've used, especially when comparing it to things like Tastyworks, whose charting is not all that great, and Tradestation, whose charting is kind of clunky. Both of these charting platforms look awesome, especially these indicators. So this one is the TTM squeeze. They look really good on this platform and on Thinkorswim's platform. That's actually something else I want to mention about the app is Thinkorswim's app sometimes doesn't display some of the indicators like the TTM squeeze. It doesn't display it very well. But on the desktop version, the biggest flaw, in my opinion, to TradingView is that it is so simple that you only have these layouts for your charting. So, I mean, I could do 6 charts right here, but I can't move them or drag them around or make them bigger or smaller. Whereas over here on Thinkorswim, you've got the flexible grid where you can really customize anything and make your own design with the charting. So right now I'm showing a lot more windows and it's very customizable compared to TradingView. So because of that reason, I'm going to give Thinkorswim a point on charting. Next is Watchlists. So TradingView's watch list is right here, and it is very simple. You can just choose a watch list here or create one. and then you only have these options as columns. So you only have 5 options. Whereas over here on Thinkorswim, you can put watch lists over here on the side with your own indicators on that watch list. So in this aspect, TradingView isn't even comparable with the watch list features that Thinkorswim has, or that you can create. You can even put in your scans over here on the side and put scans into this watch list window, whereas that is not possible over here in TradingView. So another point to Thinkorswim. Next is the scanner. So on Thinkorswim, the scanner is right here, and it is pretty powerful. It is much more customizable than the TradingView scanner. On TradingView, they actually just call it a screener, and you are pretty limited to certain filters that they've created. Even though it is a lot of filters, you do have a lot of options, but with Thinkorswim, it's unlimited options. So it's a little more intuitive. The benefit with TradingView over Thinkorswim is that it can scan every 10 seconds right here. So now it's going to run this scan every 10 seconds, whereas Thinkorswim's doesn't have that option. It just updates every 3 minutes. But because of how much more intuitive it is, I'm going to give another point to Thinkorswim. Now you might think that this video is clearly benefiting Thinkorswim being 6-2 on the scoreboard. But in reality, I actually use TradingView because of the last 2 things I want to talk about. First is simplicity. TradingView is just so much simpler, and that is the main reason why it's losing to Thinkorswim. It's a lot more complicated. It can do a lot more features. But I personally really like the simplicity after using Thinkorswim for 2 to 3 years. And I personally really like the simplicity, especially being able to just move over to my phone and be identical to what was showing on my computer. The next reason is dependability. So Thinkorswim is dependable mostly, but I have had some big issues over the last couple of years, especially when there is volatility in the markets. I know there were a couple days in 2020 where the charts didn't show at all. You couldn't even place trades. And they were on days where the market was very, very volatile. So for that reason, I stopped using Thinkorswim as my main broker for day trading. I still use them for a swing account and my IRA, but I'm now over here on TradingView with Tradestation connected to it. And the other big reason I still use TradingView over Thinkorswim is because of speed. I can type in a ticker much faster on TradingView because I don't have to come up here and click the corner like I do over here on Thinkorswim. You have to click on the ticker and then type it in, and then it loads up. Also, changing the time frame, I have to click here and choose a time frame, or I can use the hotkey Control-T to bring up the time frame setup and change it that way. But over here on TradingView, I just have to hit 10, and that's a 10-minute chart. 60, there's a 60-minute chart. So it's much faster for me just to switch around charts. So even though the scoreboard makes it look like a blow out of the water, in reality, they are very, very comparable, and it all just comes down to what you need. So I hope that helped you. My recommendation is, first, if you want something that's a little more powerful, then go with Thinkorswim. It's also free. But if you want something a little more simple, then go with TradingView. But at very least, you should at least understand TradingView and have a basic account with your indicators and your charts ready, just in case Thinkorswim goes down on you or whatever platform you're using goes down on you. You might as well have a decent backup platform. Go to courses.TraderCreatorPro.com and check out all my broker platform crash courses to help you choose which one is best for you. Because it all comes down to you and what kind of charting and platform you need for your style of trading. So like, subscribe, let me know if you have any questions and any requests on videos. And I'll see you in the next video.